Ah!
Hey, Chris.
Hey,
How's it going, man?
it's going well.
I finally got through. I've been trying to get through for days.
Ha 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 ha.
Like a challenge.
What's up?
Hey, man, I just want to congratulate you on calling the iPhone 3.0 feature the Spotlight feature.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. Are you running the beta?
No, I'm not, but I saw your video on it, and you were like, they need to put this on there, and you described it pretty much almost exactly what they did.
Well, it just seemed to be that out of all the shortcomings, that was a big one. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, too, but in recent weeks, I don't know when this changed, but one of my original complaints about the iTunes App Store was the way that it was handling apps like music files or video files, like media files, where you'd only have one indefinitely. And they finally changed it so that now ratings are attributed to specific versions. That's huge. Because you look at an app and it's got like 2 stars. And it's like, wait a minute, there's like 4 different versions. So which was, the one that, got lower? Is it getting better? Is it getting worse? Is it staying the same? So that's one thing they've added to iTunes that I thought was addressing another major shortcoming, at least as far as the App Store was concerned. But I looked down the list of the options coming in 3.0, and it seemed to me that they're pretty much eliminating a lot of complaints as far as software shortcomings are concerned.
And that's what I'm telling people, is that they're plugging holes left and right, and it's leaving little room for someone to say, well, it doesn't have this, and that's why I'm not getting it.
Yep.
So I think the excuses are starting to fall apart, and it's going to be about whether you hate or love or hate Apple, or do you want to deal with AT&T. I think those are going to be the big factors.
Well, it's they're always going to find something to complain about. It's just now that copy and paste is not something to complain about. They'll move on to something else. So I'm hoping, I'm really hoping that they will be in the 11th hour throwing in official video support. Now, I don't know if that's going to be tied into a new SKU of the iPhone, or if it'll be backwards compatible all the way back to the first iPhone. But I think video recording is long overdue. I mean, you've got gigabytes and gigabytes of space that, well, I know I'm not using. I can't throw apps on there at this point. I don't really have a lot of media files because that's not, really what I do with my iPhone. So to be able to record video, whether it's pushing out through Ustream, Quick, or locally, I believe that they will have. If I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I believe they will likely push out, and I don't know the format. It may be 320 by 240, but recording and subsequent uploading to YouTube, like up to 10 minutes worth of video on the iPhone. I think that's feasible. It is feasible. I agree with that. I mean, with the H.264 support that YouTube has now, right? I think it's entirely feasible. Well, and I think that if anything, it would certainly be a compelling reason to, if the video feature was only available, or certain features were only available in the latest iPhone, as in a new one, that would make a compelling reason, at least for me, to upgrade. That's one of the things that hasn't been incredibly easy. It's always kind of been a hack with the iPhone to this point, recording videos and pushing them out. One thing I saw come across the newswire today, and I hope it's not April Fool's, because I'm very careful about reading news this close to April Fool's. Right. Is that they may be coming out with 2 different iPhones, the one to be a low-end iPhone and one to be a high-end, in order to make headway into China with the low-end phone. That's a rumor that I hope comes true. I don't know if it's going to come true, because a high-end iPhone would point to all the video features you're talking about. Maybe they're gonna enable this on the high end with more storage that can do more video, can do more, all that kind of stuff, and then keep the low end for the people who want the $99 phone with the basic stuff, MMS and just the basic stuff. But for me, that's pie in the sky. It's just all hopeful. Well, I'd hope for. I mean, yeah, I'm a gadget freak, much like you. I'd hope for a high-end iPhone if it had a better lens. Yeah. More storage, of course, and then other features that can only be enabled in hardware. And I think really, if you think about what could be added to the iPhone, a better lens is pretty much what I'm thinking is like, well, where is the only place hardware wise that I believe it's lacking, and I think it is in the video device. Now, if they had something where it was video on both sides, that'd be even more interesting, because I think if anything were to take hold in the marketplace and give us video calls, the iPhone's probably the closest thing we got.
I agree with that because I think that's one of the factors that's holding up iChat. Nobody's saying anything about where is iChat.
Right.
It's missing from the iPhone. I think that's the one thing they're trying to work out. I think they're trying to get some kind of video conferencing in.
Well,
and hopefully this iteration they'll do it.
And if they do that, hopefully it'll be, open up further to like Skype.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just, the people on iChat. It could potentially, if the idea would be, if I called you and you had an iPhone, I could initiate a video call with you and, connect with you, on a video call if we're both using the iPhone. Or, using something like iChat, or something like, using the Skype app, which is now freely available for the iPhone.
Yep.
And, the thing, I'm not big on Skype. I mean, I have it open, but, it's just because certain people are on it and other people aren't. I'm really not big into IMing on the iPhone. I really, unless I really, really need to get a hold of somebody, it's not a killer feature for me. But what is a killer feature would be the video aspect of it. You want to talk about something that would just make everybody quake in their boots. That would be it. And I think for that to happen, a video call functionality, you would have to have a lens on both sides of the iPhone to make that anywhere near a possibility, because you would want to look and record at the same. You wouldn't want to hold it out there and then turn it around. So that may be something that, whether it's enabled for everybody or just enabled for the new iPhone SKUs, that's something hardware-wise that I would love. Forget it, man. That would just be. Wouldn't that beat all? I mean, really, wouldn't that beat all?
Yeah, that'd be game over, set match. The competitors just need to pack up.
Man, I tell you, the iPhone's the closest thing we got. And then if they put that camera also in the iPod Touch, and you were able to use a Wi-Fi conduit, I mean, it's
forget about it.
Apple could do this. They could do this, and they know they could do this. I mean, I can't even tell you, that would just be priceless, absolutely priceless. Well, and I'm considering even, getting an iPod Touch, like in the holiday season. I'm going to wait for the next iteration for my parents, so that they can start playing around with the App Store. But I'm just waiting on it. I'm waiting for the next release, just so I can have, this kind of functionality with them. And there's no way they're gonna get an iPhone. There's no way. But an iPod Touch, you've got similar type of functionality, baked into it. I think would be a compelling upgrade for them. And I mean, in terms of a device that they would use, and I'd hope to get them into the iTunes App Store. To play around with things. And I think they've got a wireless router already, but I know my dad would get a kick out of it. My mom would probably get a kick out of it, I'd hope. But as I said, I'm kind of waiting for the next iteration because of all the new features that they'll be releasing, and I figure a hardware upgrade's right around the corner as well.
Yep. Well, I can't wait till June. I'm going to let you go. I know these kids want to call. Yeah. I just wanted to get through, man. It was like a challenge.
I'm glad you accepted that challenge. Well, it's good to talk to you. We'll have to do it more often. We should do you and I should do more punditry things on the news of the day.
Sure.
I'm up for it. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
I can give you my.
I get bored, so yeah. Sure.
I can give you my special number. Oh, by the way. By the way. There is a huge MacHeist update coming tomorrow.
What?
Huge.
I'm glad I bought it.
Dude, no, you're gonna totally be glad you bought it now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you it's seriously, this is a big update. I'm mad because I already have the software that I like.
No.
I'm mad that I have it already. It's one of those kind of updates. So
now I'm excited. I can't hang up now.
It's no. I'd love to hang on. I'd love to tell you, but I'm under NDA. I can't tell you.
I understand.
So sorry.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
man, I can't wait.
It'll be a big one. Mark my words.
All right, so I'll follow up with you and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Have fun with the kids.
Sounds
See
good.
you guys. Bye.
See ya.